A lot going on with the Cubs as they try to build this roster for next year. Is there a chance? Here we are again. The experts telling us that the Cubs are still showing significant interest in Alex Bregman. I keep telling you, they don't have the money for this, but they're trying to find it, and their names keep popping up. We're going to get into that. Dansby Swanson, ready to roll. He better be ready to roll because the Cubs can't win without him. And the Cubs listed as having two of the top 5 right fielders in baseball. Why is that great? And why isn't that so great? I think you guys know the answer, but we're going to talk about it right here on the Cubs baseball channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Thanks for hanging out. And let's get this party started. Go Cubs. What do you say, everybody? Mick Gillespie here, Cubs Baseball Channel, and appreciate all of you guys for hanging with us as we talk the Cubs every day. Show's brought to you by DraftKings. We're going to get into them more, but big weekend of sports, including the NFL playoffs, so stay tuned for a great opportunity for you to have some fun watching the NFL, the Bills and the Chiefs again, and the Commanders, a.k.a. the old Redskins, and the Eagles. Oh, the NFC East battle. Can you believe the NFC East is now the best conference in the NFC? Surprising. Remember when it was so bad before? Anyway, let's talk about Cubs baseball because I think there's a lot going on right now. And I've done back-to-back shows on Presley, and we'll get back into Ryan Presley later. But today, right now, I want to talk to you guys about another Astro and Alex Bregman. And the reports keep coming out that the Cubs are interested, showing interest in Alex Bregman. And look, I get it. You know, now it's John Heyman of the New York Post saying that, hey, the Cubs are interested in Bregman. Obviously he's a former All-Star. He's a difference maker. But I just don't know that the Cubs have the money to get him. Now, the way that the Cubs would get him, according to all of the experts, are on a short-term contract, which really makes sense because I don't think ownership's comfortable going, 6 years, $156 million or more. And according to reports, he turned that down. So, maybe he does one of these big contracts for 1 year, and then has another great season and then goes out and signs or something like that. The deal that Cody Bellinger got where it was, totally a player option deal. He got more money from the Cubs this year than he would have gotten in the free agent market. And then, what did they do? They signed him and then they traded him, really just sold him to the Yankees, right? So we're looking at the same thing here for Bregman. I just don't believe that from all the reports I'm hearing, and even got Tom Ricketts out there saying, hey, we're just trying to break even. It's basically saying that the way that this franchise is set up, and maybe professional sports in general, is to make money is really difficult to do. I mean, the margins are like this. You pay the players a certain amount. You pay taxes. You pay your employees. All the stuff in. And you're not making any money on your TV network like the Dodgers are, maybe like the Yankees, even though you're in a big market, whatever. The bottom line is this, is that they're not making money enough where this guy wants to go out and just keep spending, and then getting hit with the luxury tax and all of that stuff, right? But maybe because there's so much smoke here, we're looking at this and something's going to happen. I just can't see this getting done. And I guess the reason is this: I've got common sense. But you know what? Hey, the fact that the Cubs name keeps popping back up tells you that maybe Jed Hoyer's just pushing his agent really hard and saying, hey, man, you know what, Scott Boras, we know that we're not going to be able to sign him to the big, multi-year deal, but we'll give you the best 1 year or 2 year deal that you can get. And Scott Boras ended up looking pretty good in the deal for Cody Bellinger when it was all said and done. But I didn't think that deal made Jed Hoyer look bad either, other than the production wasn't as good as it could have been. So anyway, that's definitely something that we're keeping an eye on. We've got just a few games left this season with 8 teams battling it out to make the conference championships. Get in on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Don't let this slip away. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using our promo code CBC. The crown is yours. Stay in on all the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at even bigger payouts. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code CBC and bet $5, just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code CBC only at DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, guys, take advantage of our promo code CBC. It stands for Cubs Baseball Channel. $5 CBC code when you download that DraftKings app, and you get $200 in bonus bets back. All right, Dansby Swanson is ready to roll. He had the surgery, and they say he's ready to roll. Same thing with Nico Horner. Seeing Nico already in Arizona starting to throw. Those are good things for the Cubs because those are 2 players that the Cubs definitely need. But I think that Dansby Swanson is the Cubs' most important player. And I know that they've got Kyle Tucker, and I know that they have Seiya Suzuki. Going to talk about both of those guys coming up, and, Pete Crow Armstrong and Michael Bush and all of the rest of the team, right? The reason why I feel like Dansby is the most important player is because when he plays well, they win. And I can't really put a finger on why, but maybe it's because he's the leader of the team. Maybe it's because when he's confident and he's doing his thing, the rest of this club feeds off of him. We got to have him playing his best baseball. And also the Cubs have put a huge investment into him. So that $177 million contract has to pay itself out with him being one of the best players on the team. So it's good to know that he's post-surgery, that he's ready to roll, and I'm pulling for him. You know what? Lieutenant Dan, he has a good year. I think this team's going to have a good year. Now, the last thing I wanted to get into was this. The 2 of the best right fielders in baseball. 2, right? MLB Network had their top 10 list of right fielders. Aaron Judge, Kyle Tucker, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr., Seiya Suzuki. So that's good and bad here, right? First off, it's good that, right field is a very productive position when it comes to offense, right? You know that. Good arm, power, guys that are going to do some damage. And when you have those type of guys in right field, that means that, normally you're going to have your best hitters out there. And Seiya, when he's been healthy, he's been that guy. And then Kyle Tucker for the Astros has certainly been that guy for them as well. So the Cubs have both of them. Now, you got the DH spot, but 2 guys can't play right field. So it's going to be interesting to see how they put this outfield together with the outfielders that they have. Without Cody Bellinger, who slides over and plays center field? Ian Happ, to me, I know he's a Gold Glove left fielder. Never thought he was a good center fielder. Too big. He's just not, and I think left field's the perfect outfield spot for him, and he's made the most out of it. He's taken advantage of his great arm, and he hits enough to make it work out there. Seiya Suzuki has struggled in right field, so I'm sure he's going to be a DH. We know that. And then Kyle Tucker. I haven't seen enough Kyle Tucker on a day-to-day basis to know what kind of defender he is. Some of you guys will probably slide in and tell me, but you only got one right field. So could Kyle Tucker or Seiya Suzuki play center? Probably not, which means Pete Crow Armstrong's going to play center. And then if you have another outfielder, it's not Mike Tauchman. He's on the White Sox now. It's not Owen Casey. He doesn't play center. He's another right fielder. You got one of the best right field prospects in baseball in your minor leagues. Who's going to be that guy? And maybe it's somebody that I'm not thinking of right now. Maybe somebody that's a utility guy. Probably going to see a ton of Pete Crow Armstrong in center. But Pete Crow Armstrong is going to make your other corner outfielders better just because he's going to cover so much ground. And I think that they realized that probably towards the end of the season. Hey, man, this guy's got it. It's like having a young Willie Mays out there. I mean, I'm using the comparison because read all the reports of Willie as a kid, and the guy he covered everything. And that's kind of how PCA is. So 2 great right fielders, only 1 right field, which means there's going to be some DHing in there as well. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us again on the Cubs baseball channel. We'll do it again tomorrow unless something breaks. And if something breaks, you're going to see me. And who knows, maybe it breaks before or maybe it breaks after you see this episode. But we're keeping an eye on everything going on with Presley. We'll see if the Cubs end up getting the setup man closer. And if they do, and you're watching this, then but we already got a video out. If not, and they do, then we'll have one ready for you. But thanks for hanging with us here on the channel. And go Cubs.